A very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to see a particular question. Nowadays, a lot of offices employ open space designs instead of separate rooms for work. Do the advantages of this outweigh the disadvantages? This question was a previous exam question, which was reported in the month of November, I think towards the last 28 to 29. This was asked. This is some people call it a advantages disadvantages question, but I would like to like it to be called as an opinion question, because they're asking whether the advantages of this particular thing outweigh the disadvantage. It's a personal question. So you can go ahead with a personal presentation, or you can go with a general presentation. You have two options here. If you have enough knowledge about the situation, you can present it in a general way. It automatically becomes your opinion. So actually it is an opinion question. They're asking your opinion whether the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Now let's see the statement part in detail. Nowadays, a lot of offices employ open space designs instead of separate rooms for work. So we have seen that employees do have separate rooms in their offices, and many of the modern companies, they accommodate more employees in rows like this. So this is the cabins for each employee, and the corridors will be like this. Again, the cabin will be here. This will be a separate section. Another thing will be a separate section. This rows and columns separate. So instead of individual office spaces, they be provided, be sitting together like this. So this is what we can see. Open space designs instead of separate rooms to work. A lot of offices employ means it is becoming popular. So we can say that when the word says a lot of employees, when the lot of offices employ, definitely I can say that this is done by a lot of people, a lot of offices. It is popular. The thing is popular. Okay. Now I have to move ahead with the answer. What we have to write in the introduction. In the introduction of this particular question, I need to present the situation. The situation is presented in such a way that open space designs, an explanation is given in which a lot of employees can sit together. Open space designs are becoming popular among modern companies. So brief description is given. Usually I don't recommend definitions because we don't need definitions or quotations or sayings or idioms or proverbs in the introduction. We don't need it actually. So what happens is that here I am presenting the situation. A lot of employees can sit together and work together. a brief explanation. It's not a actually definition, a brief, because I'm making aware the reader, this is situation. Actually, it should not be considered as as a definition actually. Okay, I repeat, please don't add definitions or quotations in the introduction. When compared to the separate rooms, these designs might appear to be more advantageous. So when compared to the separate rooms. Okay, so the first two sentences deals with the statement part. The second part of the second sentence, you started giving your opinion. It might appear to be more advantageous. However, it has some obvious disadvantages too. So if I want to make this two sentences together, I can make it. So I made it two sentences right now. When compared to separate rooms, these designs might appear to be more advantageous. However, it also has some obvious disadvantages. So we have not said what are the advantages. We have not said what are the disadvantages. Let's discuss. They have told in the introduction that it is more advantageous, and naturally we have to write more points for this thing, more advantageous. So we have seen more advantages here and here, more advantages. From the employer's perspective, this paragraph is totally dedicated to employers, those who are giving work. The best part of adopting this design, so they are the fundamental persons who are supposed to provide the environment for the employees, how they have to sit, how to accommodate them, what facilities you have to give them. So from their perspective, if they analyze the employee situation, the best part of adopting this situation, this design, is that it's much economical. So financial aspect, we do have to spend very less money when compared to spacious separate rooms. If practiced, it can accommodate more number of employees at a much smaller area. This is what we can say. We can accommodate more number of people. Secondly, these employees can be collectively monitored and can be given instruction individually in groups. So the thing is that secondly, so one of my students asked, how can we write secondly here if we don't have, if we didn't mention this particular thing, that is firstly. So if I have not written firstly, why we have to write secondly here? How can we do that? So I have written the best part. So this is automatically considered as the first point. So the best part is the first part. The best part is the first part. So the best should be considered as first. So please understand, we don't need the word firstly to write secondly. because the best or the most important is considered as the first point. So this is automatically connected, there is no issues. Secondly, these employees can be collectively monitored and can be given instructions individually. So separate instructions can be given or group instructions can be given. This can ensure the employer that the work is carried out effectively. So for the employer's perspective, this is very good. It's a very nice idea. We do have more benefits for the employer, but I have not mentioned here. I just need these things, the most important, the prominent things, that's it. But now let's see what is happening with the staff, that the employee's perspective. It allows better transfer of information between employees, and this allows better coordination of work. So better transfer of information, better coordination of work. Employees can enjoy their work with a teamwork. And in certain cases, it also allows them to solve their challenges. If you have a doubt, you can ask the other person. When it's easy to communicate, okay, then they'll be giving you the solution. So the solution can be given. So it can be, we can ask them doubts if you have any, so that we can go, we can keep the work going on smoothly. And share their assignments. If I am not able to do this assignment, so could you please do that for me? I'll share your work. Exchanging assignments, sometimes sharing assignments can be done in between. And this enhances the interpersonal relationship. If a person is helping another person, especially at work, definitely an interpersonal relationship, the interpersonal relationship grows between them. So this avoids toxic work atmosphere too, better communication, better socialization. You don't have problems in between sharing and caring. All these things are good for the employees. But when we look at the other side, we have to look at the disadvantages. At all these two paragraphs, we have seen the advantages. In this paragraph, I am going to see the disadvantages. On the other side, employees get easily distracted, and this might require more time to complete their work. So now that in a situation when a lot of distractions are there, a lot of people are there, they will talk something, they talk on phone, they talk to the customers, they talk to the staff in between, they talk to the manager in between, visitor will come in between. At least for a short span of time, the people won't be able to concentrate at their work because they will be engaged. No, they'll be distracted. This also disrupts the privacy and confidentiality of a staff. You know, that I do need some personal space. And if you are monitored all the time by others, it distracts you. Privacy. It's needed for some employees. And confidentiality. So if you have some of the secrets, so it will be shared in between someone. So this is not a good thing here. So these points are the disadvantages. And the matter is concluded in the conclusion. Being an open space setup is more advantageous, especially in case of coordination of work and increased productivity. However, the system is not free from issues like privacy and distractions. So we have concluded the essay. Thank you. Any doubts?